I can do all things. I can do all things. I can do all things through God who strengthens me. Yeah, with God who strengthens me. With God who strengthens you, we can do all things. He said, train a woman, you train a nation. Women are very, very important as I see them. That's why, though in Igbo land, they say train a man, train a man. Is it all men? Most of them, you train them at times, you don't even hear from them 3-4 years. You don't even see their phone. But the girl, train a girl, every time, my mother, my father, my brother, my sister, so caring, so loving. Women are wonderful creature of God. And that's when he trained them. Look at the woman in the house. Take to school, train a child, teaching. When the children come back from school, is teaching, is washing them, is cooking, is bathing. Women, they are really gifted. That's why in everything, look at in the Bible. Is it not women? The people that was looking for Jesus, the people who were around Jesus when he was women. So, my dear, what am I saying? But we can do all things through God who strengthens us. I have gone to my husband, but let me pick one thing I forgot at my place. At my place, okay. Like I said, that family, that our family where we were together before, that Obadiah gave me her daughter when I had my baby, my first baby, Noble. Okay, gave me the daughter, baby, to help me babysit. Take care of my baby, okay? Then later on, when the wife, Mary, became sick, then he took back the baby from me, okay? That's the daughter. And then Sam Uluku gave me his own daughter, Onyinyechi, who stayed with me and carried Noble until Noble started to walk. What am I expressing there? Is love, the unity that united the whole family. Different names, Asebu, Oluku, Obadiah, Wokocha, Ahamefule, Obendo, and name them, and just in one family, in one love. Okay? So nothing passes love. And there's nothing we cannot do if God strengthens us, if we commit ourselves to God. And then in that my family, again, like I said, Benji, who was given a room there, all the boys, James was given a room, Tunde was given a room there, they are there. But I told you that I gave them, there are 2 kitchens. One kitchen my mama was using, which I gave to the children. I gave, there is, my sister told you, have Fubi, Julie, Uchechi, Chinonso, okay? They are there, and plus Okechi, and now Obioto. So they are using one kitchen. Then I gave Benji, the mother, and Solomon, this love, one of the women. The name of the son is Solomon, okay? And the HF, that I told you HF is left now. Then Solomon. I gave them one kitchen. I told you that kitchen, the roof is gone, okay? No roof in the kitchen, the bedroom and the toilet and the store, no roof. And then this my brother Benji is up to 45 years now. Is there and he's still living in that yard. Then is he not a man? Is he not a man? Then the house is still there. Several years every year, when I go home, I don't meet him. I will tell the mother, please let him repair that place. Then the last one I met him, I told him, Benji. Then you said to give you, but if I give you, open that parlor, you could have left it like that just to fall. You are living inside this yard. Why can't you repair that place? That place is there. So now I have scheduled a meeting. He told me he wanted to know in the future. I said, just repair the kitchen, the toilet, the bedroom, and the frontage. If you say our frontage now, erosion have eaten it up. And there are men, they are up to 9 boys, okay? Before they weren't working, but all of them now, about 5 of them, 4 of them are married and are doing something, okay? So that frontage is the erosion have leaked, even to climb inside the yard and inside the it's difficult. Now I want to, by God who strengthened me, I feel God, if God helps me, I'm going to repair that front, because my mother suffered to get money to build that place. The place my father built was the old house where I named where all these people. Then that's why my mom built it, and I won't like her sweat to go for nothing, because these other children, even if Benji and the other half brothers share my father's land, it may not reach this these ones my sister got when she was a single lady. So it's that house they will the mama built, they will stay. So for that, by the time I phoned all of them before coming coming to visit my daughter here in Canada, I phoned all of them that it's only Benji. I didn't ask them, the mother. The mother said doesn't have the phone number. I said she should tell him that I want to see all of them by God's grace, January 5th, 2014. That's where I scheduled a meeting to meet with all of them, to talk to them, to advise them, to encourage them, to advise them to be in unity, to unite themselves, to be in love, to love one another. And tell Benji not to listen to outside, one or two people outside who don't want who are not happy that boys are grown up in Asebus family instead of my papa alone. But now there are many men there. All they will do is to advise him so that they will not be in peace, they will scatter. That's my meeting with them, and tell them what God has been doing for me. Tell them about God, that they should know God. And some of them that are living with their wife, not fully married, they should go and marry fully. And those that are living with a husband without fully married, they should go. I want to preach to them. I want to advise them. I want to talk to them. I want to tell them what it means to love one another and to care for one another and be in unity. And what it means to serve God. That is important. If they embrace God, there will be peace. But where you don't embrace God, you embrace fellow human being to give you wisdom, then you will fail. So that by God's grace, special grace of God, by January 2014, 5th, I'm going to have a meeting with them to talk to them. I love all of them, but I want them to have wisdom from God, wisdom and understanding, and then they will excel. So back to my husband's place. Like I said, we have the Ojukwu, and have named them Ojukwu, and his senior brother is late now, and then Ojukwu Benjamin is late. He died last year. Okay, was the age of 95. He was the DSP before he retired, and then he lost my husband, and they lost the family, himself and his wife and the children. But and my own children were just like one. Everything we are doing, every time that we are doing, my 3 children that got married, then Benjamin Okoro was there with his family and with his children. So, and then we have, like I told you, Ezenwa, who seniors my husband. That's in each, the 3 wives, we have two female, two male children, okay? And that of and then the other, Nyinye, is Koki and Chadikobi. I told you the ones I said they are still now in US. So that's where they are compromising. And they have a brother, Joshua, like I told you. Joshua, the father is related to my father-in-law. Okay, and they are living there. They have their own home. That Joshua have their own children, and we have Ugoji. As I heard that Ugoji have the child called Nwabeze. The Nwabeze is late now. He died at the age of not up to 50. Okay, but he has a wife, and they have I think 3 girls. Okay, that's comprised of that family, the people in that family. And it's from that family too, when my husband was the copper, he bought a land where we went to build a house. We are out from that family because it's congested. Okay, and they have, and these 3 kitchens, they gave them, like Chadikobi and Cookie have their own, the land, which his brother, they have to share. And then my brother-in-law and my husband have to share. But we haven't shared anyone. These other ones are shared their own, but we didn't share. And my brother-in-law didn't call us to share. And my husband too, we didn't go to ask him. So we left them and went and buy that. I told you, we believe in getting our own. We don't believe, just like in my parents' house. Upon all these things I have been doing with my husband or my sister and the husband, we have been trying to do there. No land. I'm not parting for any land. I don't. Like I told you, I bought 4. My mother advised me when I was at Lagos that I should, if I get more money, I should buy. So I'm not doing any of my father's thing. I don't call, let's go 2 rooms they built for me. There's a way they built it so that anytime I go, I'll stay there, and my children or my grandchildren go there, will stay there. That's all. But for the whole building, it's for all of the. It's not for like those children that my sister have there. They will stay there, okay. And the land, the boys have already Benji and the rest of them are using it. They're not even to me, and I don't care. I don't want, because God has blessed me. My husband's blessed. We have got our own. We have got our own land, and we are buying our own. And my son, by God's grace, he will be buying more. So I don't believe in going to. All I'm trying is let there be peace there. So the same thing like in my husband's place, where he bought the first place. The first place was inside at the backyard of Mwabeze. It's the backyard. Okay, so it's inside. And my mother said, I'm light, I won't stay there. I mean, we want us to build a house on the road where people, when they are passing, they will enter and we give them cola. Okay? And another reason is that the way to, no way to carry motive to carry sand or block inside that place, because there are buildings covering the land is at the back. But we bought it when my husband was a copper. Then another one, we bought another one. That where we built a house, there's another one at the back which we wanted to get when we were building a house, so that the house will be shifted inside and be bigger. But the woman who had that plot of land didn't want to sell from Umusu. Then it was later on, after we have finished building, she sold it to us. So that land is there at our backyard. And then there's another one near at this is the building, this is the side like this. We bought it when my husband got his retired and got his gratuity. So we bought that one, and we bought another one from Mike. So Mike promised us that if we buy that his own, we bought it 350,000. He said if we buy his own, he will tell Ugowa, who has the one nearer us, because we didn't fence our house because no space to fence it. And the other one is another person's, and the small space you can't go. And then this place, so my husband had hope that we will buy that one near us so that we can fence it. So we bought that one from Mike. But after buying it from Mike, Mike told Ugowa refused to exchange. That is to take that one we bought from Mike and give us his own. Then what we did was to buy that his own as well. So we have that one, and we have the one near the house. So what is it again? God is blessing us and have given us, and we continue to bless more. So we don't look on wait for other people's to share. So that's that. And that family, that is love. Okay, like I told you, my mother-in-law was so a loving woman, but they haven't much. But then she has love, and she called me, and in fact, when she was sick, we were at Olo Street, took her, she was staying with us. She said there was a time, even at Tembe, said when I had my baby, she was sick, I used to bath her, and she said, child, I wish she would be alive. If she can't do anything for me, she'll be carrying my baby. That's what my mother-in-law said. She's so lovely. So after said and done, later my father-in-law died, and later that my father-in-law very kind, and like I told you in the other testimony that he really wanted me in his family because they love my mom, and he says a very wise woman more than a man. That kind of, they want to tap that her fruit to his own family. When he say here, and that person will say down. That's a proverb. So he's a loving man, and that man is popular, and Guru is being respected too. So like I told you, they have 3 wives, and later on he died. And then my mother-in-law, like I said, later on I stayed with her at Emba. I stayed taking care. I was